For lesson 1.11, we're going to talk about volume some more. This is your math message. You have a suitcase that is 14 inches long, 8 inches wide, and 20 inches tall. What is the volume of the suitcase? Once you figure that out, I want you to say, if you lay the suitcase on its side, does it still have the same volume? You may use a calculator. Be ready to explain your answer. You know the calculators are in the supplies, so feel free to go grab one quietly. Press pause now if you're ready to do the work. When you're ready, come back to this video and I'll explain if you got it right. Okay, our suitcase is 14 inches long, 8 inches wide, and 20 inches tall. Did you get a calculator? If you did, what is the formula for volume? Length times width times height. So we can go in and say 14 times 8 times 20. Did you get 2,240? 2,240 what? 2,240 cubic inches. Question on whether or not that suitcase has the same volume, whether it's stood up or it's on its side. I want you to remember the macaroni and cheese. No matter which way I move the macaroni and cheese, it took up the same amount of space in the shelves. So this is the suitcase right here. We have one that is 8 inches by 20 inches by 14. When you do that math out, it comes out to 2,240 cubic inches. Well, if we move it on its side, it becomes 14 inches by 20 inches by 8 inches. The same dimensions, just tipped on its side. Still, 2,240 inches cubed. To put away your math message and grab your math journal. Go to page 32. You'll see it down here in the bottom. This is where things get tricky. So if you need to go to your student reference book and get any help, you're going to go to page 234. What I want you to do is think about this trombone case. See how it's kind of a funny shape right here? I want you to think about it as two shapes smushed together. Here's the best estimation we can come up with. There's one long rectangle and one squatty square. You're going to take one corner of this, or one side of this trombone, and we are going to find the volume for that long part first. So we'll take 31 times 8 times 4. Then you're going to take the bottom part, or the long part of the trombone, and we're going to find 4 times 9 times 10. When you add those two volumes up, you'll find the total volume of the trombone case. And remember, it's always in cubic inches. I want you to work through this and see if you can do the trombone case, the French horn case where you're adding these two shapes up, the xylophone case, and then the try this. Once you finish your math journal page, I want you to go into Everyday Mathematics website. Remember, you can find that on the curriculum links of our Crisafulli homepage. Your username and password are located in your journal. I want you to scroll down to Name That Number. Click on Name That Number, and you will see a game that looks like this. Click Start and start playing Name That Number alone. I don't want two players yet.